The good, the bad, and the gossip with John, Jay, and Rich.
Oh, we had a big weekend at GBG. Kyle is going to fill us in her brown leather jacket.
Thanks, John.
Which you fill out so well.
Thanks. Okay, then. Casey Affleck, Ben Affleck's brother, is also an actor. And last week it came out that, he said he may not be into this whole acting thing anymore. And now, after this, as if you didn't care already before, after this, you really won't care if he just kind of goes away for a little while. He's in that new movie, Out of the Furnace, and so he's promoting it. And Chelsea Handler had him on the show. And when she was asking him about his character and the movie, he copped a little bit of attitude.
Explain to people what a backyard street fighter is.
I have no idea.
Well, that's what your character is.
But I don't do
I do. I think people might be interested to know what it is. What
does it sound like?
It sounds like somebody who fights in streets and in backyards.
You're a genius. It's somebody who fights in streets and backyards.
Wow, she's really trying to promote his project.
The audience is laughing like it's a big joke, but it was very uncomfortable. It was, and Chelsea Handler was like, "Okay, really? I'm just trying to ask you about your stupid movie."
But do you know what his story is?
Huh?
He was best friends with Matt Damon. Not Ben Affleck.
Oh, I thought it was Ben and Matt.
No, it was Matt and Casey Affleck were friends, and then they worked on. Because they're brothers, they all hung out all the time. Then Matt Damon and Ben Affleck worked on Good Will Hunting, and then those two became superstars, and Casey was left behind. So they've been trying to pull strings to get Casey Affleck to do something, and he's done a bunch of independent films, but nothing major.
And now
he sure sounds like an ass.
Yeah, and maybe that's why no one wants to take him on. This I thought was kind of interesting. Jennifer Lawrence is a little bit worried right now. Her boyfriend, Nicholas Hoult, is working with Kristen Stewart on a new sci-fi flick called Equals or something. Equus or something. Anyway, she doesn't trust the girl. Obviously, Kristen Stewart hooked up with a married guy in her last movie, and I guess Jennifer Lawrence has said it makes her a little uncomfortable just because she doesn't really trust Kristen Stewart.
Even J-Law gets jealous?
Even J-Law.
Why would you be concerned about Kristen Stewart? I mean, it's not like that director is like a 47-year-old director in a movie that she hooked up. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what her friends are telling her. Her friends are saying, look, the guy's not going to buy a hamburger when he's got the steak at home. Basically,
right. Even though hamburger is good every once in a while.
That director's wife is pretty beautiful too.
Very true. Now, someone on the internet, I don't know if they just didn't have enough time on their hand or things to do or something like that, so they had a little extra time. They made the comparison, and I don't know if you guys can tell me if you agree or not. They say 100% when Jennifer Lawrence's voice is slowed down, she sounds exactly like Will Ferrell.
I volunteer as tribute.
She sounds
like Will Ferrell doing that Harry Carey guy that you do.
I want to hear that again.
I volunteer as tribute.
It kind of works, right?
Or Chaz Bono.
Yeah, a little bit. Jennifer Lopez, I had no idea, has filed more papers in her documents in her divorce with Mark Anthony. Now, I guess this time it's a request to legally change her name. I did not know she changed her name to Jennifer Munoz, Mark Anthony's real last name. And now she wants to just go back to being Jennifer Lopez. And I think they're probably going to let her.
It was Munoz because it was before Mark Anthony. She was married to Frankie Muniz.
No.
He doesn't want to talk about that much.
That's why you had that stroke.
Not true. It was a big weekend for Ben Stiller, you guys. He was inducted into the Hollywood Walk of Fame, cemented in the whole nine. Tom Cruise was there to introduce him.
I know Ben, and I know what it takes to do what he does. The commitment that he brings, the love of cinema, the love of storytelling, the love of an audience and entertaining an audience.
Ben Stiller was obviously very honored.
I've always loved the history of Hollywood and the history of the movies. It's very, very meaningful to me. And to be in any way a small part of it is really a dream come true for me.
It's sweet. It's really kind of cool.
You know, there's this guy in the news. He's a personal trainer that gained 80 pounds. Have you seen this guy in the news? Personal trainer gained 80 pounds, and then he lost 80 pounds. And so he could feel what his clients would like. He was on CNN the other night, and he looks like Ben Stiller in the fitness movie. Where was it?
Dodgeball? You thinking of?
He has the same. I've got to show you the same facial hair. The same. It's unbelievable.
That's funny. Well, speaking of trainers and personal trainers, everyone kind of gawks over the Victoria's Secret models as the big show happens.
Right.
And everyone always wants to know, how do they do it?
How do they do it?
How do they get prepared for these big shows? Now, we've heard of models talking about their crazy diets and in the past. That's a little controversial. But the New York Daily News has taken a detailed look into this because this is news, apparently. They took two of the Victoria's Secret models, Erin and Candace, and asked them what they do. Now, they say a lot of credit goes out to their personal trainer, for a former pro ballerina. Her name is Mary Helen Bowers, and then their trainer guy, Justin something or other. And they say they do interval training, high-intensity kickboxing and Pilates 6 days a week. And, of course, they've got good genes. That's like the two main things.
Got to start
they
there.
They work out 6 days a week, and they've got good genes.
What
there
kind of
you
genes
go.
are
That's
they?
the secret of the
Are
Victoria's
they
Secret
Hudson?
model.
Because all those Hudson jeans make girls' asses look perfect.
Oh, yeah. Those are the best butt jeans of all time.
Of course, they would be wearing Victoria's Secret jeans.
Oh.
They would be saying that.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Or do they mean genes of what they're genetically given?
Thank you for that. On our website right now, johnjanrich.com. You go there, type the keyword GBG. You can see the video everyone's talking about. Over the weekend, Selena Gomez dropped an F-bomb at the concert. Not so squeaky clean image anymore, Selena Gomez. And yes, they did a concert. They can't just name the Grammy nominees anymore. They had to do a whole concert to name who the Grammy nominees are. You can see the highlights from that on our website, johnjanrich.com, keyword GBG.
I IM'd you the CNN story, and I'll tweet it.